Have you ever had one of those times where you're talking to somebody and they're telling you something and you hear their words, but you just can't believe what they're saying?
Say what?
So I remember several years ago, I was meeting with this guy who just had lost his job. He had a 401k that he needed to roll over, but instead of rolling it over, he was going to cash it out and buy a brand new car. Now, I could spend the next 15 minutes talking about that, but no, the story gets better. Because this guy, he had a plan. He had a plan on how he was going to get his money back. What was this master plan that he had? Well, he was going to go to the casino and he was going to play blackjack because he was a blackjack wizard. And he was going to play blackjack and win the $60,000 that he had in his 401k that he was cashing out to buy his brand new car. Yes, this is a true story. This is not made up. This is not fiction. This is legit. This did happen. And I wish that I could say that this is the craziest thing that I ever heard that somebody told me on what they were going to do with their money, but it isn't. And that's why today we're going to highlight what are the 5 things that you should never do with your money. So let's find out what those 5 things are right now. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to Wealth Hacker TV. This is a channel dedicated to teaching you new ways to grow your wealth that was not taught to you in school or by your parents. I am your host, Jeff Rose, and today we're talking about 5 things that you should never, and when I say never, I mean never do with your money. Number 1 is gambling. Yes, thinking that you're going to go to the blackjack table and win $10,000, $20,000, that you're gonna pay off your student loans with your blackjack winnings. Ain't gonna happen. I don't care who you are, it ain't going to happen. The one thing you should never do with your money is gamble. There are so many different things that are better to do with your money. Invest that money. Invest into yourself. Invest into the stock market. Invest into something other than the blackjack table. Or if you don't believe me, if you wanna still gamble, or even better, play the lottery, here are some odds that might make you change your mind. All right, so if you think that you can win the Mega Millions, you have a 1 in 302 million chance. That's right, 1 in 302 million chance of winning the Mega Millions Lotto. But does it get better? Oh yeah, it gets better. Let's say you want to play Powerball. For Powerball, you have a 1 in 292 million chance of winning. I don't think those odds are in your favor. In fact, you are 30,000 times more likely to get hurt in your bathroom than winning the lotto.
Yep, you can get injured in here.
Or even better or even worse, you have a greater chance of being attacked by a shark than winning the lotto. Right, the second thing you should never do with your money is have too much of it sitting in cash. If you checked out another video of mine where I talk about 7 bank alternatives, I shared where I had a former client that had over $140,000 sitting in his safe in his basement. Do you know how much interest his money was making in his safe? Goose egg, zero, nada. You don't want to have too much sitting in cash. Just recently, I checked how much my bank was paying on their checking and savings account. Do you want to know what their competitive rate was on how much they were paying on their cash? 0.6%. 0.6% is how much they were paying on their checking and savings. If you have too much sitting in cash, you're not making anything. You've got to invest that money. Now, yes, you should have some in an emergency fund and some in savings. That is true, but too much of it sitting in cash, you're just losing money. The third thing you should never do with your money is invest into things that you don't understand. Yes, for all of you that jumped on the crypto craze and just couldn't open an account fast enough to buy Bitcoin or whatever cryptocurrency that you wanted, if you don't understand it, you don't need to buy it. You don't need to invest into it. That also applies to whole life insurance. It also applies to annuities. It also applies to penny stocks. Now, how do I know about penny stocks? It's because several years ago, whenever I was trying to make money on penny stocks, I lost $5,000. $5,000. Do you know why I lost $5,000? Because I didn't understand what I was getting myself into. If you can't explain it to a family member, a friend, a coworker, your grandmother, what you're getting ready to put your money into, you have no business investing your money into it. Make sure you understand what you're doing before you put any of your hard-earned money to work. Do your research. Number 4, never, and I mean never, loan your money to family or friends. Now I get it, it can be hard when a family member, especially a close family member or a friend comes to you and they need to borrow money. If you are the giving type and you want to help out, like I know that you want to do it, you want to help out, but don't loan them the money. If you loan them the money, it just makes things awkward. It makes family reunions awkward. It makes birthday parties awkward. It can strain the relationship. If you feel that you really want to give this person the money, it could be a parent, a coworker, a friend. If you feel that in their situation that they've done everything that they could to avoid this financial hardship that they're in, don't loan them the money, just give it to them. Just give them the money. That way you don't have to worry about them having to pay you back. Your conscience is clear knowing that you gave that money away. And whatever happens after that, it doesn't matter. But if you loan them the money, you're waiting to get paid back. And what happens if you need that money? What happens if you have a situation now where you need them to loan you money, but they don't have the money because they mismanaged it, because they lost it again, because they couldn't get in control of their financial future? Well, if you just gave them the money, that never has to be a situation. You gave it away. So now you've got to go somewhere else to get the money that you need. So don't loan them the money, just give it away. Give it away now. All right, the 5th and final thing you should never do with your money is buy more crap than you need. Now, we're all guilty of this. You can't log into Amazon with them having the Amazon daily deal. They're like, man, I don't know what that is, but I need 2 of those.
The ShamWow sells for $19.95, but you get 1 for the house, 1 for the car, 2 for the kitchen and bathroom. And look at this, we'll give you a second set absolutely free.
It never fails that once you get your paycheck, it's like you can't wait to spend that money as fast as you can. Like you are running to the mall, you're running to the store to whatever you think that you need to buy. But I promise you, you don't need it. Now, I am a bit guilty of this. Like, yes, I do have this current obsession with Air Jordan, especially the Air Jordan 1s.
Yeah, I got a shoe thing.
Now, in my defense, I can afford the crap that I buy because I've got my savings in check. I've got my retirement accounts in check. I've got passive income streams in check. In a previous video, I shared the #1 wealth killer, which was the car payment, which could also be crap that you don't need. But in that, I shared my wealth killer formula to where if your car payment is greater than how much you are saving or investing each and every month, you are on your path to staying broke forever. So if you're buying more crap than you're investing or saving each month, guess what? You're going to stay broke. Now, I'm not saying that you can't go out and reward yourself every once in a while, but if you keep buying crap, if you keep buying things that don't make you money, then you're never going to be wealthy. You've got to put that money to work. You've got to invest into assets, into things that produce interest and produce income and revenue. And I tell you what, crap doesn't do that. All right, chances are you're doing one of the 5 things that I've shared today, and if you are willing to confess, which one is it? Which one of these 5 things are you still doing? Are you brave enough to confess and share in the comments below? All right, y'all, this is Jeff Rose reminding you that it's your money, it's your life, and only you can make it awesome. But stop being broke and stop doing these 5 things. Peace.